Hello and welcome back to My Mom's Basement and another My Mom's Basement quick hitter with me and Clem. It is Thor Love and Thunder, the first teaser trailer we've got today. It was based heavily on this comic book, Clem, at least
Oh,
some shots we saw. Thor by Jason Aaron. When I heard that Gore the God Butcher was going to be the villain in this movie, I went to my local comic book shop. I picked up this. I was told it was the best Gore the God Butcher story, and we actually saw basically a splash page from it right here in the trailer. I'll put it on the screen now for the people that didn't see it, but it is the best recreation of a comic book panel I think I've ever seen in a movie. And the person that, or the creature that Thor is overlooking there, the snow creature, was a god named Falagar the Behemoth, a patron god of the galactic frontier who used to fight black holes for fun. That
Jesus.
is kind of like Khabib used to fight bears for fun when he was a kid, and you're terrified of that. Thor encounters that god dead along his trail that leads him to Gore the God Butcher, who is not in this trailer. It's just a short teaser, just over 1 minute, features Sweet Child of Mine, which is really awesome.
Yep.
Fits for the Ragnarok vibe, the Guardians vibe, all of it. We get our first look at Valkyrie as king. She looks pretty bored in a United Nations looking meeting. And we also get our first look at Jane Foster as the Mighty Thor. She's got the helmet on, she's got the Mjolnir. It looks pretty awesome, Clem.
The sweet child of mine, you hit that right off the jump. And again, my brain has made this the Guardians Thor combo that would have been Guardians 3 if all the James Gunn stuff hadn't happened. So the fact that that came together, and I know Thor has started to go a little bit more into the rock and roll since Ragnarok, and even the font of his stuff has gone a little more rock and roll, but it still had the perfect Guardians vibes for me. And there wasn't a ton of Guardian stuff, but just the stuff we saw. And as an old, I remember when you use your illusion 1 and 2, that got me through my childhood. That was a young Clem right there learning about rock and roll. Montage where you see him go from young Thor to old Thor. We get the Thor with the little helmet on. I kind of like seeing that costume because that's obviously big in the comic books. And seeing him plant Stormbreaker, I'm like, what are we doing here, Thor? We
Almost looked
throwing.
like a gravestone, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of got the same vibes as Thanos putting up his armor after the snap in Infinity War. So that was the same kind of thing. I also did think at the end, Thor seemed a little too pretty for my liking. He seemed a little
Oh
too
yeah.
pretty. Yeah,
I mean, in the last movie, yeah, he was the opposite of pretty. He was,
yeah.
he had the belly, he was falling asleep, he looked like the dude. But in this trailer, we do get that rock and roll vibe, that Guardians vibe. I assume a lot of the trailer is probably taken from the very beginning of the movie because I don't think the Guardians are going to be with him the whole movie, at
Mhm.
least not the whole squad. I think they'll probably be with him for 30, 45 minutes, and then you get into the Gore the God Butcher stuff. We did get a training montage, though, which was, or at least a look at a training montage where he's doing the rope swings and whatnot. He's getting back in shape, which I liked. He says he's got to leave his hero past behind and go find himself, which I like. If they're going to write off these heroes, and I'm not saying that this is them writing off Chris Hemsworth, but it felt like, they wrote off Captain America, they wrote off Iron Man. It'd be nice if they didn't just straight up kill Thor, if they let him just be something else, be a different version of Thor, you know?
I feel like Thor can peacefully exist in his own little world and make his appearances whenever him or Chris Hemsworth wants to, right? I think that's
Agreed.
kind of the beauty of having someone like Thor. And then obviously Jane, where you see with Mjolnir, and you're like, all right, are we dealing with a new Thor, a multiverse Thor? Bob, Loki Gator? Question mark? Could it
Oh,
happen?
Loki Gator in this would be so amazing. If you just see him on a planet and Thor's like, what the hell is that? And then they go to a different planet or something like that. And the rumors about Jane Foster in this movie are that she's going to have a very sad comic book arc where she's going to get cancer. And it's going to be a deal where it's intertwined with the powers almost. And every time she uses the powers, the cancer could come back. It could be a heartbreaking, heartbreaking story. And Taika Waititi, he's the guy that could pull at those heartstrings.
This is gonna make my Natalie Portman curse look like a real fucking like jerk move now, isn't it?
It
I don't
might.
need this. Did you know this when I was talking about the Portman curse a couple of
I know
weeks
it.
ago?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I let you
Oh,
just
she
go
just let
on.
me.
Yeah.
God damn it, Bob! What the heck, man? Um, I love in NASCAR driving. Like, did you see it? They seem to be doing all right there. That little like they had these like little creatures taking some like chariot. They were flying that up. I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty sweet.
It looked like a
And then
tourist destination.
yeah, exactly. I didn't realize this. I saw it online. Russell Crowe is Zeus. Is that
Yeah, there's a
so?
little glimpse of him from behind. Like he holds the lightning and you see
Yep.
kind of a Colosseum looking vibe. It looks really cool. Yeah, they're gonna bring in all the other gods because Gore the God Butcher quite literally butchers gods. He's going to
And when
kill
you're
all of
butchering
these gods that didn't save his people. And that is, of course, Christian Bale, who you could see pictures of if you look up like the toys that leaked.
the toys are, it's a bad look. Can we say that I hope the toys he looks better than he does in the toys. The toys look silly.
I think they ran into an issue of Gore the God Butcher looks so much like Voldemort that I think they were
Mm,
trying to kind of make him not look like Voldemort, so they let him keep his nose. I think Stormbreaker might slice the nose off in this movie, though, so there could
oh,
still be that Voldemort vibe. But yeah, the first look from the toys wasn't the most like amazing, blown away, intimidating look. It was a more, I don't know, subdued, creepy look.
I would love if Thor just subconsciously always goes for the head from now on. If that's part of like his
That's what
character.
I was thinking. Yeah, he's just
You know?
always he's like scarred. He has to go for the head. Maybe he's more brutal in this because of it. Maybe he's just slicing heads off left and right.
And I guess I should have figured, considering we already knew Gore the God Butcher was in it. We obviously know Thor and all the gods that he works with. And now with Moon Knight, we are in Godland right now. That's
We
kind of
are.
the world we have entered in this phase of the MCU. Lots of God stuff is going to be going on. We have multiversal shit, but get ready, folks. We're learning a lot about different gods. That's going to be, I guess, the thing moving forward. Probably going to see some gods getting killed, which again, Gore the God Butcher, I cannot just hammer home how badass of a name that is. And when you kill a beast that, what did you say, fights black holes for a living?
Just
Like
for fun. Not
for
even for a
fun,
living. Just for
for
fun.
shits and
Fights black
giggles.
holes.
That's his Sunday afternoon. I'm watching Mets baseball. He's fucking fighting, showing black holes. That's wild. But our boy Korg there, so it's like everything is good.
My
Korg,
favorite side character in all of the MCU. Number one. Oh, look who it is. It's Jeff D. Lowe making a brief appearance.
I just have to note, I made that fake Thor trailer and I used Bon
bastard.
Jovi, and I was kind of close on the song choice.
You were. What did you use? Bad Medicine for that? It was a pretty good fake
it was,
trailer.
It was Bon Jovi. You give love a bet. Like it was pretty.
Yeah.
It was solid
right there.
It was
Definitely.
solid.
You got the vibes right. Yeah.
I can't wait.
That was a great fake trailer too with the slap. I loved that.
I love. But we may have to hang up the cleats on the fake trailers.
I know people were upset about that one
You
too.
forget the one movie when we did for a while, we did the fake bat. It was first look at Robert Pattinson as the Batman,
Which is on HBO Max today, by the way. That's
yes.
Today's the first day. It's on HBO Max. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm very excited.
And you said Gucci even changed the name, so when you like copied the thing, it said like Marvel Studios. That's
that's
so well done.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
We're out in Chicago.
There's Jeff D. Lowe. Yeah, they're in Chicago for the Dozen Live show, which is going down. Is it this weekend or this week?
Tomorrow night live in Chicago. So Tuesday, whenever this hits the internet, I think the team's been announced. It's us versus the Frankettes. Yak versus Team Chicago. Obviously, they're out here, It's going to be interesting. Chicago tournament, and then tournament coming up. Maybe another Honkers in the finals again. You never know what could happen.
Fingers crossed. I mean, we were losing it in the rankings this week. We, of course, have our loyal fan support, which we appreciate. I think it's the only thing holding us up in the rankings right now. We're on a skid, but the Honkers will be back just like Thor will be back. This movie comes out July 8th, the day before my birthday. So thank you, Taika Waititi, for a little birthday present.
Yeah, out of the goddamn blue to this trailer. That was the other thing, is everyone was like, when is it coming out? And just like, boom, here you
Monday,
go.
a random Monday morning, yeah.
After Easter.
We do have Doctor Strange first. I'm looking forward to that. I drafted it in our Lights, Camera, Barstool most anticipated movies draft, and Waldron saw that. He hit me up. He said, thanks for drafting that. Tell Jeff to eat shit for drafting Thor before it. He's the best. You got to love Waldron. So the MCU is heating up right now. Join us on Friday for another Moon Knight recap, and we will see Thor Love and Thunder very, very soon.